I have met Kenyans either in person, through phone calls, or through social media who have always wanted, I mean, I'm encouraging people at least to tell me the topics that they would want us to cover next. I have found many Kenyans. Okay, there is one, and I covered him in the other tape. His father was the district commissioner Nyandarua, Mr. Thuo. From social media, he came up with the name Thuo. So I don't know whether that is his real name. I don't know whether, even if it is a real name, I don't know whether he's related to Thuo, who was the district commissioner, Nyandarua, 1975. But I noticed that he was trying to use me. You see, I have some reputation, and what I noticed is that the purpose of him contacting me through DM was for me to clean up the name of his father, or namesake. He wanted to pass information so that but you see, for us to come to conclusion, we have to have evidence. And even when you tell me something, by the way, most of the things I'm saying, and I want Kenyans to understand, most of the things I'm saying are not new things. Most of the things I'm saying, I am going back to my opinion, flashback to when Kibaki took over. I'm trying as much as possible, as humanly possible, to have a picture of my presentation in the year 2002. Of course, I'm a human being. I have come across contrary information and so on and so forth. But I've always believed it is always good for me to say what I knew in 2002 and for you to say what is there in 2002. We place it on a table, then come up with a middle figure, a middle line, which comes and says this is how it was. Simply because those days, Kanu days, you could not discuss with anybody, you could not record anywhere, or if you came across, like me, intelligence reports, you could not discuss with anybody, and you had to rely on your head, and our heads are getting old, to cover that story. So I've even met people who have dealt with this and that cases closer than I am. I have discussed with them. I have found that what they tell me makes sense. But you see, if you keep on changing, you lose traction. I just want to tell Kenyans and all other Africans who are watching me, I try as much as possible to go back to what I knew then and what I had information then. Changing my mind, yes. If I'm not wrong, I would say that my story is around, bearing in mind what I have known now, is about 87% after listening to other people. But I find it is okay for me to say my position in 2002, and then somebody else talks about his or her position in 2002, so that everybody comes up with new information. Then we sit down, we even have experts. It must not be me, you, and anybody else. We have third-party experts, people in the intelligence we used to call desk officers, people who can get report from Turkana, compare it to Kericho, compare it to Kajiado, and come up with a middle picture as though they were there. But I have to say that even after all these things, there are political assassinations, although they are diminishing. And I want my viewers to understand that as time goes on, I'm going on losing topics. Because, let me say this, political assassination cannot die. Because political assassination, it's being killed. Assassination is somebody who is hired to kill. So someone is hired to kill you. You may be assassinated because maybe you have business, like somebody who was killed, Kungu Karumba was killed in Uganda. He was assassinated because of business deals. You can be assassinated because of other reasons. But we also have, which is a major component, or I could say that there are usually three things. BMW, which you may have one, two, or even three. So you'll find that these things do happen. And in the 60s, a year could not go without a political assassination. But in the 2020s, you can complete 5 or even 7 years without a political assassination. They're becoming so rare. Now, if I started with 50 assassinations, for example, covering this period to that period, and then 15 years from today, that is 2019, is it? No, 2009. From 2009 to today, you'll find that the number of assassinations cannot equal to 1 year during those days. So you find that my topics become less and less. But even after Kibaki took over, I can make comments on political or whatever assassinations, even though the number goes down. And I am telling you that even if the number goes down, it also changes because in my person, I know after meeting experts who are there and we compare notes, I've decided to flash back to the year 2002, because if I keep on changing, I'm talking of 87% now. Soon it may even be 13. And maybe my talkings are assisting people to come out. Maybe it is assisting people to come out and be open, because a good number are even closer than me. A lot of them are closer than me. The only thing I have is that I'm talking. But those who are more closer than me, if they were to talk, you'd see mine is very minimal. Now, I wanted to talk about political deaths. Some people confuse, okay, political assassination, my definition, is somebody has been paid to kill a politician, or somebody has been paid to make a political killing, political murder, or political manslaughter. But in Kenya, we don't differentiate that. It's that once you enter politics, when you die, it will be assassination. I have received countless number of people. Oh, what about so and so? Was he not killed? What about so and so? Was he not killed? Yes, I know. As of now, I'm the leading authority in political assassination. But we have people, yes, some are even alive. Some even contact me and tell me, "Bwan." They get worried because you talk of a topic that he knows better than you. So he feels maybe you'll disclose that. You go and ask so and so. So you find that they are worried and whatever. So the only difference between me and them is that they know more than I do, but I'm more bolder than they are, by far. So, kindly take note that I do not know of all political assassinations, but I know of most. But that doesn't worry me, because two is too many. If I come up with four, somebody else comes with two, another one comes with one. At the end of the day, we will have 1,000 solutions. What I wanted to do when recording this particular session was to assure people that don't take all politicians who have died to have died a political death. You know, before he or she became a politician, she was a human being like you and me. In fact, maybe tomorrow you or I will become a politician. But even if we don't become politicians, we will die. And death comes in many ways. The politician can be killed just like anybody can be killed. You can be mugged. In fact, some people mug people, and then when they know that I am the one who mugged so and so, they become so shocked, and even if they don't tell people, they apologize. We have people who die because of misadventure. Now, I'll not mention the name of this politician. Actually, there are two, but I would say they come from one tribe. Gai Nenge Vinya. Now, when somebody dies, a politician, we make or not a politician, a prominent person. Hey, we make so much noise, but most of us, 40 days after the burial, we cannot even recall the name of the person who died. We have occasions when a politician has died and people make noise. Hey, we want to know. He has been killed. You see, ako mlengo huu, na mlengo ingine ndiye meua. But then, when post-mortem comes, you find that in his system, he had overdosed Viagra. We have cases where a politician goes to a harlot den, and I don't know about these days, but during our days, we used to have fights in such places, and then you find such fights are politicians. The people just, if somebody died of a political assassination, just let us do what? Because there is a lot of, what do you call, aibu. There is a lot of aibu. You find that somebody dies, we have to make, and then as per the regulations of medical personnel, they are not supposed to disclose to the third. Actually, they don't even say. They tell the next of kin. When they tell their relatives, this is what you killed, that killed your people, your person. Now they tell them, you can now tell other people. That is why you find a lot of politicians, when they die, there is a lot of noise making, but once the family has been given the post-mortem, they even regret having made a lot of noise. So, thank you, viewers. The information you have been giving me, I'll try and explain as many as possible. But some conditions are so dire that, when you die, nothing happens to you. But the people you leave behind. Imagine me recording and saying, "Oh, Raphael Saya, he took overdose of Viagra." He's dead and he's gone. It doesn't affect him. How does it affect the people he has left behind? And that is why in the BMW, I try to tell people the W part of it, try to avoid women. Imagine a politician staying in one side of the town, visiting a side chick on the other side of town, and then he develops a heart attack on the other end, and the hospital he uses is just near there, but he's taken to another hospital on the other side of the town. Some of these things, let us say that when politicians die, let us not just start saying, oh, let us see the post-mortem first. I tell you, after post-mortem, then see me, ask me to try and clarify. Thank you.